All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're having a wonderful evening. It is another Thursday evening here in 2024. Another Thursday evening here in 2024. Even though it is halfway done with the year, we have been doing a live watch list on these Thursdays. So I have your normal watch list for you. We're going to go over what happened today, talk about a little bit tomorrow, the plays, the questions, all that good stuff. The only difference is we do have the chat here live, so it will be a little different and probably a little longer. So if you are used to the normal watch list, it's going to be exactly the same. You will just have to bear with me a little bit as we discuss with the chat, but I am telling you, you're going to want to stick around, for real, whether you are live or not. It was a wild day in the market. Not only do we have another down day, but once again, the political uncertainty is lingering. There was a lot of talk, and even then, I really think over this weekend and even into tomorrow, you are going to be hearing a lot about Joe Biden and whether or not he is staying in the race and the effect that it's going to have on the market. It is going to be an interesting one. So not only do we have earnings, you have to think about Biden. Yeah, backing out, bro. It's going to be absolutely wild. And then you have one more week of earnings. Then it's Powell. Then July is over. And then one more month, and then summer's over. And then we go from there, baby. But Chatadonia, don't let me get ahead of myself. I got the plays. I have the keys. All that good stuff. We're going to have a very fun night here. But guys, on the recap, bear with me as I say hello to Chatadonia. Like that. Tell the people that laundry water is back. What's up, bro? What's going on, you man? What up, Macho, Zoraz, Ray, Super Takeoff, Brian Todd Crows, Brian Fierro, good evening, Chris Lyon, Marcus Hanlon, Tim Whitman, baby, Walter White, Manny, Osha, Geets Garage, baby, Ray Aria, ICS Edit, James Cash, baby, what's going on? Carissa Hines, Faria, Jared Wood, y'all. What up, Jason, Andrea, El Demente, The Real Infinite, Alex, Laurie, Joshua, Aaron, Daryl, Persian, Allah, Amir, Krista, Jose, good evening. Oh, man, it's a good time. It's a good time, baby. So I hope you guys are locked and loading. I hope you pay attention, and I hope we could have some great, fruitful conversation afterwards. And I hope you get rest, too, because tomorrow, that's going to be an interesting Friday. Oh, my gosh. Thank you, Roy. And Pixelated. Josh is the man. Have me run for office. Oh, man. Let me get a watch list. Man, run for office? I don't know if Josh can handle it. It's a lot. It's a lot. Like the video. We'll see. Before I get a vote, I need a like. Anyways. So, Chatadonia, get ready. I hope you're locked in. But now, let us not waste any more time. Good evening. But let's talk about what happened today. There was a couple of things. Yes, the market came down. And honestly, I guess before I go to the keys, we should probably talk a little bit about how the setup looked. You kind of had a little bit of a gap up in the morning. There wasn't that much data. You had jobless claims, and it was a little bit weaker, and people liked it, and things were doing good. You had TSM earnings that weren't that bad. There was bad consumer earnings out of Domino's, and a couple of other companies like Leslie's did bad. But overall, it's not like the earnings were too awful. You weren't going down. You were holding the lows, and it seemed like we were stabilizing, and then literally it was like right around here. There was a special report that Joe Biden by this weekend may be backing out of the race, and a lot of things took a turn from there, and a lot of the chip names that were even trying to hold up, NVIDIA still ended the day green, but they flipped around and things got worse, and then it was a mix of the same pressure from yesterday, earnings, pre- and post-reactions, and then that Biden stuff that led you down another 1% on the NASDAQ. It did come up a little bit, but it was pretty ugly, and then even the Russell dropped by 2% at one point. So it was very ugly. A lot of people were kind of scratching their heads just like yesterday. I mean, one, concentration and low liquidity is always something we got to factor in during these next couple of months, but it is definitely starting to feel like a pre-earnings move. So I don't know if you guys have witnessed it. I feel like a lot of you have, but hear me out. the way the last couple of days we went from streaking and all of this optimism towards this like crazy reaction out of nowhere. The chip stocks are causing a lot of pressure. Where did it come from? And the way that I'm looking at it, this is the pre-earnings pullback, and it's either we're going to get a huge major pullback and then the stocks go down now, the earnings are bad, they go even lower, then this was that top, just kind of how April played out, or this is that big pullback so that when we do actually come around the earnings in the next week or two, this little pullback will leave you meat on the bone and will actually give you some upside. So that's the first part that we have to talk about is number one, what is going on here, this movement. We do have a lot of catalysts, but I do think this is all just the lead up into earnings because we haven't seen the big reaction yet, meaning there's a lot more upside and a lot more downside. These are just the early moves. They just happen to be a pretty big amount. Again, yeah, you have people saying rotation and then the NASDAQ dropping 3-4% in 2 days. It's hard to determine what it is, and that's where I do think earnings are going to be the confirmation. Now, that is the first part. The other part, though, and this is what you guys got to think about, the election volatility is getting in the way. And we're going to talk about that. Actually, I hope you see it already on the next key. But this election thing with Biden is low-key a black swan or a gray swan. I don't even know how to respond to it, but if you haven't realized by now, political uncertainty is raising volatility in the market. Why do I even say that? If you didn't notice, this should have stood out today because it's still been higher in the past, but it's starting to wake up again, the VIX. This has been the highest the VIX has gotten in months, 2 days in a row of going down, and then now this whole your number one candidate backs down, and then the odds of Trump, and then the market freaking out over the odds of Trump. Even we talked about it today. I'm telling you, one thing you got to really, really think about this. If Biden drops out, I think all rate cut politics goes out the window. Biden didn't quit, but there was a strong reporting today saying that he will this weekend, and people like Obama and a lot of other people were kind of clapping him and saying, yeah, maybe he should step down, even Pelosi, Adam Schiff, all of it. But the point I'm trying to say here, political uncertainty is raising volatility. We are slowly getting more and more sensitive to every damn headline just because this political uncertainty is high. And a good example is what happened even yesterday. That chip news, chip ban. Man, we've dealt with it many, many times, but in this environment of political volatility, what happens if Trump wins and all of that, it's nuts. Like even then, we went over it on stream today. If you go to the odds and go to predict it for the odds of president right now, it is a higher odds that Kamala Harris wins the presidential race than Biden at this point. So it's creating volatility. We got to see what happens. Like I said, it's either going to be a black swan or a great swan. And why I say that is because it hasn't really happened. I mean, when was the last time a sitting president was going to run for election and then everyone's like, no, don't, we don't like you. And then this guy backing out. I mean, it's been a while since you've seen anything like this. You've already seen how the market has reacted with everything. And then again, thinking about all of the political drama related to rates, if you get rid of one of the candidates and then it's like a done deal of who's going to win, I mean, what good does the political pandering ahead even matter? So it's very fascinating. I think there will be, if he does back out, there will be a slight negative effect on the market. And then eventually everyone's going to get optimistic by either the replacement or be like, well, nothing happened. It'll be good anyway. So we'll see how that plays out. Those are the first two keys. And then finally, I'd watch out for that political uncertainty and all of it. But if you haven't noticed, earnings mode is the other side of the coin. And I do think we are really in an earnings type beat. And if you haven't noticed yet, the market isn't really getting in earnings mode just yet. It's not impressed with any of the earnings we've seen. Even Netflix after the bell today was painfully numb and did not move at all. Even the ones in the morning, like I'm saying, there's a couple of companies and banks, but you're not really getting the market running. You are getting a weak consumer theme, and people are waiting for that to get confirmed. But for now, we do need a big dog to bring in the hype. So until then, I think we might meander in a couple of different ways in the market, but once we start getting some of the big dogs, then we'll know which way the market is hyping the earnings, how people are feeling, where we're going, and then should you panic, or was that just buy the dip and welcome to summertime? But now, let us get into the plays. So, right off the bat, I have a couple of different plays. I don't know, do you guys have actually any questions about any of the keys? We could talk about it here in a little bit. I did make a lot of plays today, too. But these are the plays I'm going to be looking at tomorrow. I was going to make a play on the first one here, ESLOY, that's Eslo Luxottica or whatever. They own the company Ray-Bans, the glasses company, and Meta, they needed approval for it. They got approval, and they announced it today that they're going to take a stake, I believe 5% in the company. So there was good success with those Meta sunglasses, and now, is it not on Robinhood? No way. It's an ADR. We saw it. It does look Meta liquid, but we did see it on E-Trade and TD Ameritrade, and this is the Ray-Bans owner. So the thing about it, it did sell off pretty heavily on the short term. Where is it? So it recently just had this fat sell-off, and you could just see this chart. I mean, I would say this stock is not for the weak-hearted, because you could just see these back and forth moves. The way it gaps is kind of nuts, but I thought it was interesting news. If they're taking a stake, I mean, I'm surprised only 5%, and they're not trying to buy the whole thing, but then again, they don't really have apparel expertise, but I thought that was a very interesting play. Going to be watching out for that. Then play number 2, Snapchat. This is the one we talked about yesterday. We were just talking about the overreaction with some of the Trump stuff and how some things are even selling off pre-earnings ahead of time, and this is giving that meat on the bone. Well, I'm going to act on it. I did go for Snap. I went with 1,000 shares. We'll talk about that when we get down to the plays, but I am going for the pre-earnings play, and just simply I think it is overreaction and ride the wave up until earnings, and I am not going to hold this for earnings. I am going to sell it ahead of time, so keep that in mind. That is play number 2. And then finally, bro, we're going to find out where this market goes, if we should have been panicking or buying the dip. But if you did want to make some certain earnings plays like ARM and Meta, those are ones we were looking at prior. They were just really expensive. After the last couple of days, some of these contracts really got clapped. So if there was any expensive earnings plays, pretty much by like middle of next week, that's going to be your last call to be able to buy them. And then once we start getting the bigger earnings, then we're going to see where everything is. So, Chattadonia, I hope you guys are ready for all of it, but I actually have more plays. I made a lot of plays today, actually. So I started off the morning with a Nflx straddle. I shorted it, so I sold the 645 call, and I sold the 645 put. It was a $55 range. I wanted to hold it till the end of the day, but I was like, let's see. I just wanted to take advantage of some of the premium in the morning. It dropped a little bit. I closed it. I made $150, and then that play would have killed it if we ended up holding it, but oh well, I didn't want to take the risk. Then I flipped the ES, had like a $200 profit. Then I did play MES to the downside on the Biden news, made like another $100 on that, and then another 120 shorting the bonds, and then I made my AXP contracts free. So if you remember, just a couple days ago, we got the AXP on the pre-earnings run-up. Those went up 100%. I was able to sell off before it came down, so we have a free earnings play on that. Then I bought the Russell. I got clapped on it because I bought it too early. I was trying to buy the dip after shorting it from the Biden stuff, and then I waited for like 2 hours and got really murdered on it. And then end of the day, I made a bigger purchase, average down, and got out on the final like 10, 20 minutes. I ended up making good money, walked away with like $400. Then that one where it was like 12 seconds. I made $200 shorting the ES at close. I did my final 1 minute, 2 minute play, and then I grabbed 1,000 shares of Snapchat at 1462 for the earnings run up. That was my play that I just mentioned there above. So a lot of trades today, a mix of options and futures and shares, but pretty much ended up with, I still have that NQ from the other day, no bond plays, and then I wound up holding the Snapchat. Everything else I was able to close them. So yeah, that's where we are at. But anything else, you let me know. I don't have any lesson or questions because you are here right now, Chattadonia. So what's going on? What do you got for me, baby? What do you got for me? Oh, man. Are futures the move? You're learning down on options? What do you mean? You're learning or winding down? Futures are good. The small ones are great, but, you could really get clapped. That's just the only thing. It's just very easy. Futures is like shares pretty much, just with bigger leverage. There is a time and theta element, but it's not like options at all. Shorting pool in the ER, Intel. What do you got? You know anything about candlesticks? I don't really look for candlesticks to make plays, but I know how to read them. Trump stock DJT. I think it's a good play for the election and with all the political stuff, but anytime it has a real major pop, they're probably going to what's it called? They're probably going to issue more shares. So that's what I'd be worried about. I didn't make the Travelers play. No, we'll see where that is in the morning. KDP. I like Keurig Dr. Pepper. It's a good company. I think it's a pretty decent value name. It kind of reminds me of Papa John's. It's one of those names we've all known about, and they hold their small little part of the market. But I do think they'll be around. I like Intel, but I think upside is what, for $39, $40? If it gets above there, then you get back to some of those earlier AI levels. Intel, MO, Pfizer, those are all at big momentum levels. Pfizer 30, Intel 39, and then MO 50, leading into 52. How inclined to technical analysis? I like support and resistance. That goes a good way. And I mean, just general momentum. I mean, the shape and momentum. That could tell you a lot. Missed you first time since 2022. It's here every single morning. Well, I hope you got the long term. Regardless, that'll take you a long way, baby. Good to see you and good evening. Portfolio reviews. Maybe tomorrow on a Friday, but for now, man, just get the long term. Ride it out. Give yourself time. And if you don't know, too, on youtube.com/the stock market, if you go to the community tab, we have posted all of the long terms. So here's a long term. Whoa. 2,000 today. It was not down 2,000 earlier, man. Ay. What happened? Abivai, Uber, that's crazy. It was actually up in the morning. But yeah, long term, here are all the plays, organized by value. I guess you could ignore the ones at the bottom, too, if you really want. But not bad at all. I like Lulu. It's just expensive. That's all. I mean, Nike right now, I'm taking Nike all day. Oh, you don't see it? Oh, I just had it. Yeah, I was just showing, bro. It went down $2,000 today. It was not down $2,000. I didn't think it was. But, yeah, here's all the plays. Organized again. And I was going over it, man. MO, we only put 14 grand into this. So, even though it says we're up only $2,500, but we've gotten $3-4 grand in dividends now. Almost. It's kind of crazy. I don't have any Tesla options, no. Yeah, it's weird. My long term was up, though. I thought it was a pretty decent close, but I guess it kind of got drained a little bit there. I wonder what it was. When we hear from Jerome Powell, end of the month. So July 31st is the next live FOMC. The yen got a little bit of boost from the data, but overall chilled out. And then Russell is dropping right now. All the futures are up, though, right now. So close to 200. I know, man. It's cool. I can't believe it, bro. This account, like I said, a year and a half ago was at 80 grand. Even then, beginning of the year, it was at 150. And then it's insane where this thing was, bro. Because even before it was at 150, it was at 90 grand or something. So it's crazy. Short-term game. It's been decent. I mean, we actually hit a lot recently. So not too bad, but long-term is just the easy one. The Mercator. What's up, man? Way to help each other out. Yeah, I had DraftKings. It's barely up there. Again, this is organized by size. And like I was saying, man, just some of the gains of the dividends. It's crazy because a lot of our even Abivai, you guys realize we put $9,000 or $10,000 in. So both of my two top gainers, and they're worth a lot of money, but it's crazy how the drip, the dividend, and how it's increased the size, how it's led into all of that. So yalla. No, I don't know if we got. I don't think we got anything on Nancy Pelosi, man. Nancy go hard. Mm-hmm. It's good. Yeah, you let them build, man, little by little. Options and futures. Ones, I mean, a future you're pretty much like obligated to buy, where option is the right to buy. That's like the literal technical difference, believe it or not. So if you didn't know that, but I would go. I don't really make any futures videos. I do trade them, but I haven't really made any like tutorials on them. I would really strongly suggest you paper trade them for a couple of months, and you'll be good to go. And that's a good way to learn. But it's a lot like options, but more like equities, and it's there's no right to buy. It's an obligation. That's why you're pretty much agreeing to a price the moment you make the trade, and that's where the like time decay comes in. Long term's been going for like 3 or 4 years now. 4 years, I think. A decent amount. We got the small one too. This is just the big account. This one was actually started a little later, but even the small account, man. And I'm very, very happy with it, and what it has done is crazy. So if you make $36,000 a year, you could replicate this account. You save $200-$300 a month. When do you think the yield curve will uninvert? Oh, I have no idea. Like I said, whenever that was, a couple weeks ago, 2 weeks to 2 years. But I would be excited to make a long term. The new Galaxy Ring. No, I've seen something like it, but I don't really know what it does. Like, what is it? Like, it's a eye ring? The account holdings on youtube.com/the stock market. So if you go to the live streaming channel, it's on the community tab. So it's the same one, though. So, like, the positions in here, then this has the random play, too. But everything in here, it's the same exact plays. Give or take, there's like, I don't have IRM on the other one and like a couple of others, but generally the same with similar structure. Oh, yeah. Isn't Trump right now at RNC? I don't think they'll ban me anymore. But is he? Well, they got a band right now. Is this Grateful Dead? There's a Bruce Springsteen, Tucker Carlson. Yeah, man. So I don't know how long. Damn, we've only been here for 22 minutes. Oh man, so we got through everything really quick. Thoughts on Walgreens now? I really wouldn't touch it. I don't think they will fail like Rite Aid, but they're definitely closer to that than they've been. But I'm not really looking to buy it until it could like really, really recover. And there's a lot of good names right now that are still cheap. Can we react to Trump live? Well, when does he come on? I don't know. Like, again, they're playing like this little weird band. If he comes on soon, I'm down, but I don't know any Bruce Springsteen songs. You know what I'm saying? Puts on. Well, that's the thing. We need to really talk about like what the hell is the market going to do? I think the whole Biden leaving thing is going to be a very weird event for a little bit. I think it's going to have a lot of negatives, and then it's going to finally like recover. But that's a weird concept, man. The fact you're having a president and then like, you know, the top candidate leaving, and then you have everybody reacting a certain way, man. It's kind of nuts. It's not confirmed Biden's leaving. It's all technically just a rumor for now, but it went hard today. Domino's on the radar. Yeah, if they get cheap enough. That was a very bad miss, though, today. I wish we played the options on that. I think, well, now after the last 2 days, so like the market has moved, but technically it is priced in that Biden is not going to win now. Like, look at this. It actually changed, but right now there's higher odds of Kamala Harris winning. Like, that's insane. So between the last 2 days, Biden's odds went from 30% down to 18 to 9%, and now Kamala Harris is leading. At one point, Gavin Newsom's odds, bro, his odds were around where Joe Biden's odds are right now. Well, the people who get the money would be Kamala if Kamala ran. That's the only way. That's the only way they could keep the money. Otherwise, all the money that was raised, if they like try to do a Gavin Newsom or somebody like that, then they won't have access to the money. But I do think the Democrats are going to try to get somebody else. But it does seem like Kamala is who you are putting forward. Kennedy is at like 3%. So Biden still has higher odds of winning than Kennedy. Kennedy has gotten no love on the odds from day one. Literally, Gavin Newsom has higher odds than Kennedy. I wish I could show you which one was it. See, look at Harris. So look at President Harris odds up until the debate. It wasn't even until like a week after the debate where mother effers are like, yeah, maybe Kamala is going to be the president. Because her odds were very, very minimal. Again, Biden, at one point, in April, Biden had higher odds of winning presidency than Trump. So, yeah. How do you get the stream alerts? I think first link in the description of the video. Is it still there? Yeah. Yeah, just click it, man. And it'll take you here. And then stream alerts. And then you become a blessed member of stream alerts. Market might get spooked on who's going to win. I think so. I think, again, that's why I think it's like a weird black swan. Because even then, if Biden drops out, everyone's going to freak out on Trump until we, like, kind of find a weird stability. And we're like, maybe it's not that bad. And everyone's like, yeah, maybe it's not that bad. Oh, my gosh. You fucking white people.
Square Garden getting ready to win another world title. Or maybe I thought.
Y'all got Hulk Hogan.
The vibe was so intense.
At the
RNC.
RNC.
Was so crazy. It felt like maybe I was going to press that no good stinky giant over my head.
I can't make this up.
Through the mat, brother.
This is insane.
But what I found out was I was in a
Y'all
room
really got
full of real
Hulk
Americans,
Hogan.
brother. And at the end of the day, with our leader up there,
is this the roast of Tom Brady?
Hero, that gladiator, we're going to bring America back together. One real American
thank you.
at a time, brother.
Thank you, Hulk. Thank you, Hulk. Thank you. You're not green. You're a good guy. Good guy. WWF. I love it.
You know something? I've seen some great tag teams in my time.
Jeez, man.
Hulk Hogan and, ooh, yeah, the Macho Man Randy Savage. But you know something? I see the
this
greatest
connecting
tag
with some
team
of you?
of my life standing upon us, getting ready to straighten this country out for all the
Savage
real
and
Americans.
Hulk Hogan do it. Does it connect to you with you in a certain way? You're like, these are my people. Oh, I get what he's saying.
You guys are real Americans.
Ah, yes.
You better get ready. Because when Donald J. Trump becomes the president of the United States, all the real Americans are going to be nicknamed Trumpites. Because
like
all
Israelites?
the Trumpites are going to be running wild for 4 years.
They did not cheer as much on that.
Of Donald J. Trump and all the Trumpites running wild, America is going to get back on track. And like Donald J. Trump said, America is going to be great again.
I don't know, man. I don't know what he's going to say. I know, it's good. Clap it up.
You know,
he said a
when
Trumpite
I look out
running
and
around
I see
everywhere.
all the real Americans.
It sounded very, very just weird. But
how Donald Trump, his family was compromised. When I look out there and I see Donald Trump, I think about how his business was compromised. But what happened last week when they took a shot
Oh my
at
God.
my hero.
He's taking his sleeves off.
And they
Dude, that's
tried
so
to kill
risky having
the
Hulk
next
Hogan
president
be
of the
like your
United
intro
States.
man. You know what I'm saying?
Enough
Like,
was enough.
he's ripping. Oh my
And
gosh,
I
Trump.
said,
Wow.
let Trumpomania
Like, you
run
know how
wild,
risky this
brother.
is?
Let
Like, this could go
Trumpomania
any way.
rule again.
And like, he's literally
Let
ripping his shirt
Trumpomania
off right now.
make
I'm so glad this
America
happened.
great again.
This is President Camacho shit. Yeah, 100%. He ripped it off. Yeah. I kind of want to rip my shirt off right now too. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm kind of pumped. USA. Look at the old saggy biceps. Okay, I'm getting there. It hits, still hits. Like, who do you want to come on before you come on? He's like, can we get Hulk Hogan?
You know something, Trumpites?
Oh my God, don't call me
I
that.
didn't come here as Hulk Hogan, but I just had to give you a little taste. You know, my name is Terry Bollea. And as an entertainer,
Is that really his name?
I
Or is he
love you
just
too.
making words up?
and as an entertainer, I tried to stay out of politics. But after everything that's happened to our country over the past 4 years, and everything that happened last weekend,
Fags him.
I can no longer stay silent.
Woo! Trumpets!
I'm here tonight.
Oh no, that's what they're
because
called now, I
I want
guess.
the world to know that Donald Trump is a real American hero.
This is amazing. I can't believe we have Hulk
And
Hogan.
I'm proud to support
And I'm
my
proud
hero
to be
as
an
the
American.
next president of this United States.
I love Donald. Look at him. He's just like, no, thank you. Smile.
You know, guys, I've known Donald Trump for over 35 years. You know, hold on a second. Hold on. I just had a
Hold on.
flashback.
Shut the fuck up.
I just had a flashback, man. This is really tripping. You know, the last time I was up on stage,
It's just tripping.
Donald Trump was sitting at ringside at the Trump Plaza. I was bleeding like a pig, and I won the world title right in front of Donald J. Trump. And you know something? He's gonna win in November, and we're all gonna be champions again when he wins.
And it's all just a fake show. It's true. It's all fake fighting.
And like I
Politics
said,
and WWF.
I've known that man for over 35 years, and he's always been the
Oh, yeah,
biggest
Biden's
patriot,
backing
and
out
he
now.
still is.
Oh.
He's always told you exactly what he thought, and he still does, brother.
Brother.
And no matter the odds, he always finds a way to win. And when he's back in our White House, America is going to start winning again. You know, guys, over my career, I've been in the ring with some of the biggest, some of the baddest dudes on the planet. And I've squared off
This has been
against
the most
warriors,
politics has never been
ooh,
this
yeah,
entertaining.
Savages.
Nobody
And
used to
I've
ever
even,
care.
Like I said,
Now we got
body-slammed
fucking Hulk
giants in the middle
Hogan.
of the ring.
About to get
And I
Dana
know
White.
tough guys.
This is
but
amazing.
Let me tell you something, brother. Donald Trump is the toughest of them
Joe
all.
Biden had Jack Black. I don't know. For some of you, that's cool. You see what I'm saying? For some
They've
people like
thrown
Jack, they're like, oh my
everything at
God,
Donald
Biden
Trump.
got Jack Black.
All the
Like,
investigations.
he got Hulk
the
Hogan,
impeachments,
brother.
The court cases.
Oh.
And he's still standing and kicking their butts.
It's beginning
You
to
know,
look
we never
like,
had it
like
better than the Trump years.
elections.
Back then, we had a thriving economy. We had strong borders. We had safe streets. We had peace and respect around the world. But then we lost it all in a blink of an eye. Crime is out of control. The border is out of control. The price of food and gas and housing is out of control. And the only person who can clean this up is Donald Trump.
And deflation. No, wait. No, I meant Donald, but not deflation. But don't. Okay, fuck it.
You know, guys, I really, really love this country. And I've lived the American dream.
I know you do,
And
Hulk
I want
Hogan.
my kids,
Your name is Hulk Hogan. You
and
better
all
love
those
this
little
country.
teeny Hulkamaniacs out there
Okay,
to live the
Hulkamaniacs.
American dream too.
If Donald Trump don't show up with a Speedo, I'm gonna get
This
pissed.
November, guys, we
Getting
can
too
save
hyped.
the American dream
This
for
feels like
everyone.
it's a sporting event.
And Donald Trump is the president who will get the job done.
You just paid $350 to fill
So
up. That's not a
all you
lot.
criminals, all you
Are you
lowlifes,
driving a
all
lawnmower?
you scumbags, all you
I paid
drug
like
dealers,
$300.
and all you
I had
crooked
to pay monthly
politicians
installments
need to answer one
in California
question,
to fill up
brother.
my gas tank.
What you gonna do when Donald Trump and all the Trumpomaniacs run wild?
Now we're
on
Trumpomaniacs?
you, brother?
Man, just stop nicknaming me.
God bless you and thank you.
I feel like I work at an office and he just never really knows my name. He like, you Trumpite, Trumpomaniac, Trumpalog, hey Trumpadoodle, hey Trumpomania, hey yo Trumpet man.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the President and CEO of the Billy Graham Evangelistic
What?
Association
Billy
and
Graham?
President of Samaritan's Purse,
Billy
the
Graham?
Reverend Franklin Graham.
They got Billy Graham's son. They got this 700. No way. He looked like Billy Graham. Oh, that's a trip, dude. I've never really even knew he had a son. He looked just like Billy Graham. Dang,
I've got
you
the
bring out
hardest
Hulk
job, and I'd
Hogan.
have to follow Hulk Hogan.
Dude, your dad's
But
Billy
I stand
Graham.
here tonight as a private citizen
I'm a private
who
citizen.
loves this country.
You don't know who Billy Graham
I've
is?
been asked to say a few
He was like the
words and then to
OG
pray.
like revival
And we're going to
preacher.
do that.
They used to go like sell out
Last
arenas.
Saturday,
You don't remember Billy
Butler,
Graham?
Pennsylvania, President Trump had a near-death experience. No question. But God spared his life.
Woo!
And when we go through those experiences, it changes us. It can cause us to examine our lives and to reevaluate our priorities, as you should. When President Trump rose from that platform, he rose with his fist raised in strength, showing America his unshakable resolve to fight for them in this nation. I cannot explain why God would save one life and allow another one to be taken. I don't have the answer for that. But one thing I do know is that God loves us, and he wants us to be with him in heaven one day. And that's through faith.
No,
in
Billy
his Son,
Graham was
Jesus
like-
Christ. You
He
see, the
wasn't like a
Bible says that
prosperity
God
guy.
so loved the world that
He was
he
like
gave
the
his
OG
only
like
begotten Son,
revivalist
that
preacher.
whosoever
He was
believeth
kind
in
of like
him
a hellfire
shouldn't
preacher.
perish, but should have
But there was like a
everlasting
period in the
life.
early days, like where like he would
For
just
as
go
long-
around and they would like sell out
For as long as I've known
stadiums.
President
It was like
Trump, I
free, I
found him to
think.
be a man
But
of
it was
his
just
word.
like, yeah, he was insane.
Things that he said
It
he'll
was
do,
definitely a
he
moment.
did. When he told me
And then
and
he
our
just
country
straight up just
in 2016 that he was going to appoint conservative justices, guess what? He did.
this is tripping me out.
In 2016, he said he would defend religious liberty. And guess what? He did.
He looks like his dad. I
In
guess that's how it
2019,
works.
I was with him at the United Nations when the first president of history of this country stood there to advocate for religious liberty worldwide.
I'm trying to see if I can
When
get
American
you a
citizen and
old
Pastor
video.
Andrew Brunson was being held in a Turkish jail on false accusations, President Trump demanded that he be released. And he applied economic pressure and
Yeah.
sanctions until he did that.
Oh, this is when he was young. But like, bro, he would sell out Yankee Stadium.
I'm
I don't even know if he
grateful
would sell out, but like,
and
dude, it was like
thankful
it was
for what
a
he
it was
did
a,
as
it
a
swept the
45th
nation.
President of the United States.
It was actually a wild
And I
time.
know that as
But
the
it looks just like
47th
him.
president, he will keep his word to the American people to make America great
And it
once
sound like
again.
him, bro. Yeah, bro, it's a trip.
It's an
Hulk
honor
Hogan, then Billy Graham
for me to be
Jr.
asked to pray for Donald Trump this evening. And so what I'd like to do, I'd like us to pray, but I'd like us all to stand as we call upon the name of the God of heaven.
Amen. I'll pray. I'm down for a prayer. Close your eyes,
Our
Chad.
Heavenly Father, we come before you this evening with grateful hearts. Thank you for saving the life of President Donald J. Trump. In his own words, it was you and you alone who saved him. We pray for the others that were injured on Saturday, for the family who lost their loved one. Put your loving arms around them. Comfort them, and may they sense your presence. We stand before you tonight. We say thank you for the provisions you have given to the United States of America. You have blessed this country more than any country in the world. Sadly, as a nation, we have forgotten who is responsible for all the freedoms, the liberties, and the bounty that we enjoy. It has all come for you. Thank you. This evening, our nation is in trouble. We're divided politically, racially, economically, with millions of people seeking refuge and hope in our dry and thirsty land. You're the only one who can fix the complexity of the problems that we face today. We pray for President Trump, that you would give him wisdom, strength, and a clear vision for the future of this nation and the task that is at hand. Continue to protect him from his enemies. I pray that you would surround him with men and women who will give him sound counsel and guidance. We pray for Melania, for Barron, and for all the President Trump's children and grandchildren. We pray for Senator J.D. Vance, his wife Ulsa, along with their young family. We're thankful for his strong stand for defending life. As your word instructs, we also pray for the leaders of our nation, whether they're Republican, Democrat, or Independent. We know that all authority comes from you. You are a great God, and we ask that if it be thy will that you will make America great once again. And we ask that you'll unite our hearts, bring us together, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And we pray this in the mighty name of my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Amen. Thank you, Billy Graham Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome businessman and executive vice president of the Trump Organization, Eric Trump.
Is that his son? Oh, his son-in-law. Like, please welcome very successful and very profitable business and entrepreneur and philanthropist and leader of the organization founded by his dad.
Good evening, America.
Extremely successful, tall man.
8 years ago, my father sat our family down. He spoke of a nation in decline,
Take a seat. Take a
dreams
seat.
slipping
Obama
away.
made fun of me. I'm running.
of a future
down.
endangered by
We
failed
gotta
leadership
talk.
and broken promises.
Let's talk.
It was in that moment I knew my father had made a decision that would forever change our lives. We realized he had chosen to step into the arena, to fight for the soul of America. He decided to leave behind the comforts of an unbelievable business empire, to leave behind everything he had ever built, to answer the call to serve our nation. Unlike his predecessor, it was not a decision born out of necessity. Unlike the current president, it was not a decision that would enrich his family. Rather, it was decision.
Are you mad about that?
A love for this country.
There's like, fuck you, Dad.
Concern
Definitely
for
did not
America's
enrich us. Fuck, man. Yeah, clap that shit up. Fuck yeah, I didn't get my pension. Look at bro,
My father was
all of the
clear it would not be
grandkids,
easy,
the
that there would be a
grandkids polled
huge
good.
price to pay, and that the
You didn't hear him on
attacks would
Bloomberg.
be
They're like, he
vicious.
looked like a normal grandpa.
Looking back, that was an
And
understatement.
then now I said
The
Trump with
made-up Russia
grandchildren.
hoax, the
That's good
sham
for his image.
impeachments, the efforts to destroy an unbelievable company, a company that I run today, the
Thanks,
efforts
Dad.
to cancel us, to silence him, to gag his free speech, and to drag him through every radical left courthouse in America, to take his life. Yet through it all, he's shown unwavering courage and determination, not just in public, but in every private conversation with me and our family. He stood tall, fueled not by personal ambition, but by a profound love for this country and a love for all of you, the American people. That man is my father. That man is the 45th president and soon to be 47th president of the United States. That man is Donald J. Trump.
Yo, where did those kids even come from? The last shot, he was not holding no grandbabies. Oh, now the Republicans are doing it? Oh, fuck, bro. We're doing the Kobe 4 more years. 4 more, oh my God. Oh my gosh.
Each time I've stood on this stage, America has been at a dire crossroads.
Oh my gosh.
In 2016,
They
many
do it
people
too.
began to doubt the
4 more
promise
years.
of America.
Fuck yeah.
Our economy was struggling. Jobs were scarce. Our standing on the world stage was weak at best. Veterans were forgotten. Our military was in shambles. Our educational system was broken, ranked 30th in the world. He could no longer tolerate an inept administration that handed $150 billion to Iran, a country that chants death to America, or witness the continued attacks on our Constitution and our religious liberty, or see the disrespect shown to our unbelievable law enforcement officers who are being disarmed, defunded, and persecuted each and every day. He could no longer stand to see words like Christmas stripped from public use or the Pledge of Allegiance removed from our schools. But my father saw potential where others saw despair. Donald Trump built the New York City skyline. He did so during a time when businesses were turning away from the city he loved. Crime was rampant. The streets were dirty. But he had the Midas touch, and he turned those streets and neighborhoods into gold. He faced every challenge with tremendous vision and grit. As he did during the 2016 election, he rolled up his sleeves. He remained unapologetic. He did not care to be politically correct. He restored hope. He restored a voice to
Honestly,
millions
we
of
wrapped up
Americans
the
who
watch
had been
list, and
ignored.
then Hulk Hogan came on.
He restored the
And then I got
American
trapped
dream.
into it.
Under my father's leadership, the economy
Look,
climbed
I'll
to
give you
record
5 more
heights.
minutes, but I think we're
Jobs
done.
were created
So
at an
if you do need to head
unthinkable
out,
pace.
I'll watch it until
Unemployment
we wrap
reached
it up.
historic
I'm gonna eat me a
lows
bag of
across
Cheetos,
all
and then that's it.
demographics. Wage growth soared. He cut taxes for hardworking families and businesses. He slashed regulations. We saw the greatest 401k increase in American history. People bought their first homes in an environment that saw 2 to 3% interest rates. They started their families. My father made the United States energy independent with the lowest gas prices in decades. My father made the United States safe. Our borders were closed. There was peace in the Middle East. Soleimani, al-Baghdadi, the terrorists were dead. My father made the United States respected again, with the courage to walk into countries like North Korea, with the courage to impose tariffs on China, and with the courage to tear up trade deals that cost Americans their jobs. He brought manufacturing back to America. Small businesses flourished. He did what he promised. He put America first. We were winning. Donald Trump made America great again. But he also created a movement that threatened the special interests in the political elites. A movement that cast a bright light on the institutions weaponized against the American people. You see it in our schools. God bless the moms who fought back. You see it in your workplace. You see it on every news station, in every newspaper. You see it in the military. The most iconic military installations on planet Earth are stripped of their identity and renamed. Fort Bragg, Benning, Fort Hood. You see it in Hollywood. You see it in our two-tier judicial system. They don't even hide it anymore. My father has been censored. The former president ripped off Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook while terrorist organizations remain intact. My father has been persecuted, targeted by far-left Democrats funded by special interest groups and hand-picked judges. My father has been pulled off the ballots of states, radical justices attempting to defy the will of millions of Americans who adore who he is and what he stands for. My father even became the target of an assassin who almost killed America's single greatest hope for our future. The swamp is terrified of this incredible movement. They're terrified of it. They're terrified of you and the tens of millions of people watching us on TV right now. They've tried everything to keep him from you, everything, to destroy his legacy, to destroy his family. They have failed, and they will not win. I love my Florida delegation right here. Thank you, guys. My father stands before you with the most votes of any Republican candidate in the history of our nation. He has defied the predictions of every political pundit. He fills stadiums across our country. He energizes Americans to the issues facing this nation and does so with unvarnished honesty. He is not a threat to democracy. He is a threat to those who despise our republic, many whom are bought and sold, bribed and coerced, people who have never signed the front of a check and who have been dependent on the government their entire adult lives. Today, as it was in 2016, America's at that crossroads again. Energy prices are soaring. Interest rates are crippling. Everything is unaffordable. The US dollar has been diminished. Inflation has made it impossible for Americans to live, to save for their future. Our infrastructure is crumbling. Our border is out of control. Millions are dead and displaced in Russia and Ukraine, a war that has no end and a war that we are funding. The Middle East has become a hornet's nest. Our greatest ally, Israel, totally under siege. Fentanyl is killing our youth and destroying families, while the current administration stands idly by, hoping their inaction will import illegal votes. Crime terrorizes our cities and our suburbs as far-left policies handcuff police. Male athletes, guys my height, 6'5", are swimming in women's sports. destroying the dreams of young girls who have trained every minute of their lives. We no longer trust our elections. We no longer trust our judicial system. And we no longer believe that our government is working in our best interest. In spite of where we are today as a nation, I'd like to speak to every American. To the homeless veteran sleeping under a bridge as illegal immigrants are housed in the most expensive hotels in New York. I'm sorry. We know it's wrong, and we will fix it. To the single mother who can no longer afford her rent, afford groceries, and has been forced to work 3 jobs, I'm sorry. It does not have to be this way. To the parents who lost a son or daughter to fentanyl, including the incredible woman that spoke the other night, while an administration does absolutely nothing, I'm sorry. Your government can do so much better, and it will. To the children who are being brainwashed instead of learning the fundamentals in school, I'm sorry. There are teachers who care, and my father will empower them. To the law enforcement officers, our brave Border Patrol, Secret Service agents who work every single day to protect our communities, knowing damn well that the system will throw you under the bus, I'm sorry. We will stand behind you.
Yeah, why'd they give him more time than Billy Graham? That's funny.
To commuters often petrified to take a bus, take a train, or walk the streets
in
in cities across our nation, I'm sorry. That man right there will fix this.
You meant to say my daddy will fix it. It's because he's 6'5"?
To the construction workers,
I'm
to the
6'5".
middle-class families, to the
Nobody
families with
treats me
children
different.
with disabilities,
The fuck?
families who can no longer afford medical
I'm
benefits or to
6'12".
take a vacation, I'm sorry.
And I got
we
my
will
crazy,
make
perfect
America
hairline.
great again.
He got a good hairline too, bro. This guy, what the fuck? They all got good hairlines now that I think about it. They all got no wrinkles.
And to my father, who has been ruthlessly silenced, slandered, and attacked by a corrupt
his forehead don't
administration,
move. That's Abby
I'm
right
sorry.
there.
We know, and America knows, that they're
Like,
not
I look
just
like an
after
English
you,
bulldog right
they're
now.
after all of us, and you
How
just
come his
have to be
forehead so
standing in their
smooth?
way.
If he talking, his forehead not even moving, bro. He don't even got forehead veins. He got big ass Dumbo ears though. See that right ear about to take flight? Look like it flaps down, about to just, you know what I'm saying? Look at that fucking fist pump. That was awful.
To all Americans
He
watching
said, yeah,
tonight,
I only do that when I
the
dodge a
greatest
bullet.
retribution will
I
be
can't
our
just break out the
success.
fist pump. Unless
Success
they're
not
shooting.
just for ourselves, but for our grandchildren and our children. Under President Donald J. Trump, the swamp will be drained. America will be respected. Our cities will be safe. Our streets will be clean. And our border will once again be secure. We will have peace. We will have prosperity. Your hard-earned tax dollars will enrich a better America, not be squandered in corrupt foreign nations. Education will be handed back to the states. We will no longer be 30th in the world. We will be first.
You like my live commentary? You guys liked the last one during the debate. I never really thought it was that funny, but you know, I'm here to provide my service. This shit's easy, bro. That's it. I'm kind of sad we did the watch list so fast, but they did. They hooked me with.
Our children will understand
Hulk
family. Our children will have values.
Good investment.
And our children will love God.
I don't even think he has kids.
Our country will prioritize free speech, respect freedom of religion, and honor our Constitution. As his son, I've never been more proud of a person in my life. A man who has defied all odds more than once. A man who believed in the promise of America when others turned away.
Y'all just saying this because he almost died.
A man who saw a nation in need of a champion and answered that call with unwavering
Y'all better, y'all were you like this last week?
A man who
Yeah, but
survived
that's
a
good.
bullet
Y'all need to pay,
that
you
was
know,
intended
appreciate
to
it while
eliminate
it's
him
before
permanently
it's too
from
late.
our future and from our family. Never have I been more proud to be a Trump. Never have I been more proud to stand by my father's side. I remain incredibly honored to be part of this journey, a journey with all of you. A journey to save the greatest country on earth. A journey with the most incredible people I have ever met. Dad, 5 days ago, Laura, Luke, Carolina, and I held our breath as we saw blood pour across your face. By the grace of God, divine intervention, and your guardian angels above, you survived.
Wait, oh, dude, your girlfriend DM'd me, bro. I was gonna tell you. I forgot to let you know, man. My bad. Good evening.
You are the greatest fighter I have ever seen. You are strong, you are full of life, and you are unapologetic. Your optimism is contagious. Your backbone is unbreakable. Your conviction to fight for what is right and against all that is wrong is truly next level. The whole world saw your strength as you stood up. You wiped the blood off your face, and you put your fist in the air in a moment that will be remembered as one of the most courageous acts in the history of American politics. You shouted, "Fight! Fight! Fight!"
They're waiting till Biden falls asleep, and then Donald comes on. So Biden goes to bed at 8 p.m. Pacific time. So they're going to wait till it's past 8 p.m. So then that way, it'll take him an extra like 2 hours to catch up in the morning. Yeah, what the fuck your Trump say?
I'm honored to speak to our great nation tonight. You are a true leader. You epitomize strength. Our country loves you. Our country appreciates you. Our country misses you. And on November 5th, our country will re-elect you as the 47th President of the United States of America. Good night, Milwaukee.
Good night, Milwaukee. I can't believe they gave him more time than Billy Graham's son. Billy Graham's son, like, worked for Jesus. Y'all don't have any Ice Spice? Y'all play anything, any other rap music? This is Bruce Springsteen, right? That's it. Yeah, bro, look at this. Look at this band, bro. This is the band. And like, listen, man, I think it's like over dramatized where they're always like, oh, Republicans are racist. Like, you know, like not everybody's a racist, but I'm not going to lie to you, man. I think I've only seen one black guy in this whole live stream, in this whole entire arena. I have not seen, this is a lack of representation in this room. So, because I know some of y'all get mad when every time it's like diversity, this or that, you know? Because you guys are like, oh, why are you guys always talking about it? Yeah, this is why. They're all 90 years old and white. They could go, fine, I'll give you $1. Point out one black guy. 2 black guys next to each other don't count. You find me one black guy, I'll give you $1. Yeah, I've sat here the whole time. I've seen Billy Graham's son. I've seen Hulk Hogan. I've seen, I'm blind, maybe I am. I don't see, I can pause it. That's a pause. You find anybody, they're all really tan. I think this is the Florida section, but I paused it. I'm just saying, I'll pause every single scene for you on every camera. I'm on camera 12. Hold on, let's shift camera 13. Yeah, so I don't know, but that's it. I thought that was a funny joke above all else, because they don't, look at the drummer, man. This drummer look like he knows taxes better than he knows the notes, but he looks like he's jamming out. I don't know, man. Vance's wife is Indian. You just sound like a white guy. I'm like, yo, man, what's up? Representation. He's like, what? He's like, nah, man, she's Indian. That counts. It counts for something. She Indian. His wife is Indian. Like, you tripping. He's definitely not. His wife is Indian. Like, clearly, that's on. We on to something. All right, man. All right. Yeah, good point. I'm not even going to pause. I'll just, but otherwise, I don't know if I'm going to make it for Donald Trump, man. So we already been here for an hour, 5 minutes. Is there any watch list questions? This just got in the way. So again, we already went over the watch list. I made a lot of plays today. We talked about I think the odds of both political volatility as that rises, the uncertainty. That's going to be more volatility as political uncertainty and Biden dropping out takes steam, and then wait for earnings so we could actually move. I sound tired. I've been doing like a soft-spoken thing today, but it's good. I might do it tomorrow. I could turn up, but I like this. I think it's just nice and appropriate. It's very relaxing. You never see the cameraman. All these dudes look creepy. Like, this guy's very, like, I like his hair. I'm not going to lie. It looks like a wig. Like, that's honestly, in my mind, I don't know why I thought this, but I thought that's how my hair would look. If that makes any sense. Like, I really thought I was going to have a full head of hair, and it was just going to grow straight like that for some reason. I really thought my hair would look like that. It does look like the Chuck E. Cheese bed. Nah, though, I actually do, though. It really does. You're going to rewatch it. It's good. It was pretty short and sweet. We went over the plays, and again, like I'm saying, that political uncertainty and that volatility, that's going to factor into things, and then really getting ready for earnings, and then, next week, it will probably get our confirmation from earnings, and then before you know it, after the end of next week, it is on to Jerome Powell time, and then we begin. All right, man. I think I might wrap it up, though. Those curls, they don't feel me. Bro, Jesus Fauci, do I see you? Are you the same Jesus Fauci that I randomly see anytime I click on a rally on YouTube? I don't know if it's like a trend or if it's you, but anytime I be clicking on one of them rally videos, like Republican or Democrat, I always be seeing a Jesus Fauci in the Chad. Is that you? It's not my Chad. But I'm curious. Don't go. Even my parents love you. Well, I hope you love your parents and honor them and give them a hug. Y'all don't want me to keep roasting this. That's it, man. Look at his foreign-ass wife. It's funny. I can't say shit. That's how my girl is. You know what I'm saying? And y'all call Donald Trump racist. His wife don't even speak English. Shut up. What do you mean? This guy, his wife is literally foreign. And y'all be talking magic. You're like, oh, yeah. Oh, he racist. Oh, yeah. His wife is literally imported. The fuck are you saying, man? That's it. Is she about to speak? She's like, I love my husband. I love America. I love Hermes. Thank you. Honestly, way better than Jill. Imported wife is crazy. Why? Fuck you. My wife imported. She not my wife, but she imported. She's like, I have no idea what you say. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hello, people. Hello, America. Hello, America. So fun. So nice. So nice. What the fucking Minion Dr. Seuss music is this?
This is a story as uniquely American as the ideals and freedoms we all cherish. A story of a life dedicated to dreaming big. A story about giving back to the people in his beloved city.
My intro video of me just getting hit with the belt.
It's a story about putting his country first. And it's a story
you know what I'm saying? Like, mine would have pictures. A lot of random like shots, but then a lot of it would just be me getting my ass whooped.
Donald Trump wasn't afraid to think big and build even bigger. And he left his mark on the New York skyline that greeted visitors from around the world. But he wasn't just an American entrepreneur. He became a folk hero. Celebrities and sports stars wanted to be seen with him.
When did he get into composing music?
Sought his approval. And New Yorkers just loved him. And he loved them back. And he gave back. Just one example.
There you go. Here's my Trump board game.
The Wallman Skating Rink in Central Park is open again. The city spent nearly 6 years and $12 million trying to fix it. And then to the rescue, developer Donald Trump. As Tracy Egan tells us now, he accomplished in 3.5 months what the city couldn't do in 6 years.
Donald, you performed a great public service.
There was no denying that Donald Trump was the toast of the town. But he was also something even more important, a patriotic American. And like many others, he was becoming increasingly troubled by the direction of our country.
No, that was him in 1990.
I'm tired of seeing what's happening with this country.
He ran in 2016. Y'all not fooling me.
Other people live like kings, and we're not.
You've said, though, that if you did run for president, you believe you'd win.
Well, I don't know. I think I'd win. I tell you what, I wouldn't go in to lose. I've never gone in to lose in my life. And if I did decide to do it, I think I'd be inclined. I would say that I would have a hell of a chance of winning, because I think people, I don't know how your audience feels, but I think people are tired of seeing the United States ripped off.
But who would ever run for president and leave such a glamorous life? Appearances in movies, best-selling books, widely popular TV show.
Who would give it all up to be harassed by people with purple hair?
Was even stronger.
This jackass.
The mission more important.
It wasn't enough.
The number of Americans
he had to shit on you too.
Too large.
What?
And so, in Donald Trump fashion, he announced he was running for president. In it to win. And he did.
Making America Great Again. Chapter 2.
From his first day in office, the Washington politicians
day number one.
something
What are we
about
gonna
President
do?
Trump.
A lot
He's
to do.
not afraid
I see
to
you. I
fight
see
for
you in the
what he
crowd.
believes in.
You're a good guy.
They call that
I
having
love
the
staring off
courage
into the
of your
distance. Microphone
convictions.
higher. Thank
First
you.
up, the
I don't
Trump
fucking
tax
mess around
cuts,
at these stairs.
Largest in America's history.
Fuck yeah, shout out the
led to
unions.
higher take-home
I see
pay
you, Sons of
for
Anarchy.
working
Fucking
families.
awesome jacket.
Unfortunately,
This guy's a dumb
today,
fuck.
Taxes are
He's
up
fucking, look at
and
his forehead
income's
wrinkles.
down.
He thinks
The
that's his wife.
politicians just never learn.
That's not. That's Kamala.
Next for
I
President
think you're
Trump,
saying something serious
secure
in this
our
photo.
border.
Thank you.
Check.
I fuck with you.
Miles and miles.
That's a
of
good looking wall.
built.
Great wall, big wall.
ISIS, another
Is
terrorist.
that the wall, or could we put the
deterred.
Kaaba here? We should put the Kaaba.
But now,
Look at this
we
dumb
have
fuck.
the Barney Fife of border security, leading to 250,000 Americans.
So a dead girl, a dead,
from
so a
fentanyl
child
coming
burying
in.
someone. I know, we need to touch
Brutal
them
migrant
emotionally.
crime spreading across
Look
America.
at that. Put him in a hoodie.
And ISIS.
Show him Middle Eastern
now
with an
here.
AK. It's called the Draco. It's smaller.
President
Smaller one's
Trump
called the Draco. It's
promised
small.
He'd keep
Not an
America
AK.
out of endless wars. Welcome
Fuck
words
yeah.
to the families of our young
Fucking
men
look good.
and women who serve.
That's my, I'm concerned
And
face.
another promise kept. He started by strengthening our military, then traveled the world, meeting with our allies.
I'm laughing because it says strengthen our military, and then it's him walking with the old ass queen. God rest her soul.
And resolve was
They're like, he strengthened our military.
That's what a strong
Man, what the fuck Elizabeth
commander-in-chief
do?
does.
Elizabeth ain't.
And it led to a stable world at peace and our troops safe. Today, a different story. Our enemies smelled weakness, then set the world on fire. Putin saw it. Then
Man, that is a
invaded
whitest
Ukraine.
looking Russian.
Hamas saw it.
These
Then
are the worst
started a
actors
war
ever.
in the Middle East.
You think Hamas got a flat screen with a wire? Fuck you, Donald Trump marketing team. I don't like how you represented the Russians, that's fine. But how you represented the Middle Easterns, what?
We
got up-to-date technology in a perfectly clean room, but then we somehow gotta be using that ghetto cable to tune into y'all news. We use cell phones. He would be on an iPhone 4 watching the news, not on this flat screen with the fake wire.
Nothing that is going to stop him.
This is crazy. Like, ended with the assassination shot. I did that. That dad's bullets. Feel like Neo.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome,
Welcome.
Kid Rock.
Oh my God. Telling you, bro. Kid Rock. Hulk Hogan. They gonna bring it. I did it for the Nookie! Yeah! And then why? They gonna come out with another conservative icon after this. Let me like, and then next up, we have Paul the Apostle. Oh, fight! I thought he said something else. I said, wow, that's offensive. The Nookie! The Nookie! I did it for the Nookie! That's Kid Rock, right? No, that's Limp Bizkit. I'm tripping. So I think Kid Rock is Limp Bizkit in my mind. So, for future reference, I lump all of you white people who do music that's not country into the same bucket. So I really thought that was Limp Bizkit. Yeah, no, it's the right guy in my mind, but that's it. I think Justin Bieber get a pass, but yeah. What's a Kid Rock song that I would know? Fight, fight. Bawataba? Yeah, I know this one, yeah. Yeah, fuck yeah, I know that. Alright, that's it, yeah. Alright, I get it. Thank you. So there's like at least 20 like 97-year-old white ladies in the crowd and they love it. This is a wild, dude, the RNC turns up, bro. Was this when the Democrats go, bro? There's no way the Democrats are letting the fucking Republicans do this. Bro, if the Democrats, bro, if they don't have a concert, if Travis Scott is not there and Kylie Jenner, bro, I'm not. There's no way they're going out like this. Yeah, sexy red better. That's fine. He has good hair. What's up with all the fire emojis? Bang, what a dang, da dang, da dang, doogie, doogie. Let me see where you're at. Say Trump, Trump. Say Trump, Trump. Say Trump. This is wild, bro. Say Trump, Trump. You prefer this over Indiscriminate, Ice Spice, and Charlemagne? I mean, I think that's just a personal preference at that point. Like Ice Spice versus Kid Rock, you know? Those are not comparable at all, but I feel you. I just hope they have a democratic. This is like a show, bro. I didn't think it was gonna be like this. Like I thought, like the RNC, bro. This thing has been getting mad views. Everybody been watching. Like I didn't, and they be doing like they be pulling out guest stars, Hulk Hogan, like Jesus is friends. Like, that's a Billy Graham, now this. Like, this is crazy, bro. I did not think this was going to be like this. This does feel like a South Park episode. This feels like I went to one of those churches that do weird shit. You know what I'm saying? You ever see, those videos where, like, you show, like, a church and they, like, trying to recreate, like, Miley Cyrus scenes? This feels like a weird Miley Cyrus scene. But I feel like I walked into a church and they're like, no, we're edgy for Jesus. And like I'm like, what? What? What's happening? And like it just keeps getting, but then I should leave, but I keep staying. You know what I mean? I should have left a long time ago, but I keep like, this guy creepy as fuck. But I kind of stay in because I'm like, no way, man. And like, if all these guys could get a job, like I have future employment prospects. I feel really good about that. But, like, I can't leave for some reason. I know the Lord. I'm going to have to talk to the Lord about that. But when is the DNC? Because if it's not this cool, bro, I didn't realize Republicans were into any of this shit, bro. They're still like, what the fuck is this lady doing? Man, hi, lady. Like, okay. Just, again, let me just, oh, you guys are lucky it switched. I was about to go back to my diversity comment. You found one. You found one guy. Yeah, one guy. Shut up. Oh, Dana White now. Look at this. This is Kill Tony.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Dana White. I am the CEO and president of the Ultimate Fighting Championship. So 2 weeks ago, I got a call.
I'd put immigrants in cages and have them fight each other.
I'd be willing to speak
That's
tonight.
Literally the best Dana White joke ever.
There was no pressure, no demands. He asked me as a friend, and of course I said yes. Then, after I accepted his offer, he sent me a text message.
They gave Dana first dibs on the border crossings.
A little piece of what President Trump wrote to me. Dana, I'm so honored that you will be doing the introduction at the National Republican Convention. Think of it as the biggest fight you ever had, a fight for our country and even the world. I only wish you didn't have to interrupt
Yeah, where
your
is the
family
My
trip,
Pillow guy?
But I hope they understand, they love you, and they know how important this is. Now think
I don't
about
like how he
this.
licks his
This man's
lips.
running for president of the United States. He's fighting for the future of this country.
Like, he doesn't give me
and
Mark
is concerned
Zuckerberg
about
vibes, but just
interrupting
watch
my
his
family
tongue,
trip.
bro. Look at that. You see
That's
it?
the
I hear it.
Trump that I
hear it
know.
on the mic. He
A
goes,
man who truly
listen.
cares about people.
Just listen. You hear it? Bro, that's him. That's not me. That's literally him
mainstream media
slithering.
likes to push the narrative that he doesn't care about anyone but himself. I absolutely
You see
know
that?
that's not the truth because I've been friends
Bro, he
with
just
this
sticks
guy
his tongue
for
out.
25
He's literally
years.
slithering. You see that?
And for the people who know
Bro,
me,
you see
don't
that?
know this is true, I just want to make something very
Bro, look
clear.
at it.
Nobody in
Look
the
at
Trump
it.
campaign
He
has
can't talk
ever
that.
told
One
me what
side,
to
the
say.
other side.
Nobody
It's like natural.
tells me what to say, and I'm nobody's puppet.
I'm their pet lizard. Nah, he a lizard, dog. I'm sorry.
And I'm not telling
He a
you
fucking
what
lizard,
to
bro.
think. I'm telling you what I know. And
What's
I
he
know
do?
President
1,
Trump.
2, 3,
I know President Trump is a fighter.
4,
I've been
5.
saying
I'm
this
counting
since
how many times I see his
2015.
tongue.
Now look at what's happened over the last 10 years.
Not counting
We have all
mid-sentence.
seen it with our own eyes.
7, 8.
I'm in the tough guy business, and this man is the toughest, most resilient human being that I've ever
9.
met in my life.
10, 11, 12, 13.
The higher the stakes, the harder
Hey,
he
they took
fights,
4.
and this guy never, ever gives up.
14,
So
15.
what's at stake here?
16,
the answer is in
17.
President Trump's text, and I quote, "A fight for our country."
18, 19.
I know why he's running for president again.
20.
Why else would he put
21.
himself through everything he's dealt with just to get back here? We all know he doesn't need this. This guy's got a great life. He has a
22.
beautiful family, and he has
Yeah,
achieved
bro.
everything
It's tripping me
that
out.
he could possibly achieve in life. I know
That's not even cotton
President
mouth.
Trump is literally
I was
putting
late
his
on the
life
counter,
line
too.
for something bigger than himself, and he's willing to risk it all because he loves this country.
Excess
And I know
dopamine
he wants
causes
what's
excess
best
tongue
for the
movement.
American people.
I
All
don't believe you.
American people.
I feel like
I know
you
he's
think I'm a
running for
dumb girl
president
and you're
to
trying to
save
hit
our
on me
American dream.
at like a
I'm
Plur
living the
EDC
American
event.
dream.
Fuck you,
And I know
predator.
the American dream is very real. Whether
He's
you
like,
were
oh
born in
yeah,
this country or came
it
here
just
from
means excess
someplace else,
dopamine makes
this
you
is
want to
the
move your
last
tongue,
real
Josh.
land of
Get away from
opportunity.
me, stranger danger.
President Reagan once said, government's first duty is to protect the people.
He's a lizard.
Not run their lives.
I've never seen him
And if
talk
you're
this
buried in
close,
government red
but I
tape,
could hear
how
his
will you
tongue,
ever start your own business?
and he keeps doing it.
If you're struggling to pay your bills, how can you ever afford to start a family? And if you don't feel safe in your own town, why would you ever buy a house? I know that President Trump is fighting to save the American dream, and that's what's at stake in this election.
Yeah, I'm gonna go pee.
We are choosing who we want to lead us in this fight. I know President Trump is a proven leader, a fearless leader, and this country was in a much better place when he was in the Oval Office. In my mind, the choice is clear. But this election, we all get to choose. I know I'm going to choose strength and security. I know I'm going to choose opportunity and prosperity. I know I'm going to choose real American leadership and a real American badass. And I'm not telling you what choice to make, and I'm not telling you what to think. I'm telling you what I know. I know America needs a strong leader, and the world needs a strong America. I know Donald J. Trump is the best choice for President of the United States. My fellow Americans, it is my honor to introduce the 45th and soon-to-be 47th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
Really? Fuck yeah. I thought I wasn't gonna make it. You're like, do we have another song? Ooh, Donald, we love you. Even though we said we hated you, but now we need you. And I don't want to lose you. But I think that you work with Joe Biden. 'Cause all of you politicians are dog shit. But you all make it so easy to work together to destroy the country. Yeah, where at least I know I'm free. Won't forget. I love this song. You know that? You know how many times do I bust out into this? I love it. Will I stand up? To you is something else. I love.
Sing it. God
bless the USA. I know most of the words. I try. Look at this con. Look at the lighting. You guys know that's like at least 20 to 50 grand in lighting, right? Oh my God, look at him. Wow. He even got the P. Diddy lights. Bro, these are like from the Mace video. Y'all don't know what I'm talking about. This is, oh my, see, bro, I'm sorry. Trump is a gangster, bro. Bro, he just pulled out with the more money, more problems. Bro.
Niggas didn't know me 91, bet they know me now. I'm the young Harlem nigga with the Goldie sound. Can't no PD niggas hold me down. Cooler, school me to
I got you, bro. With the Band-Aid, he don't even need the Band-Aid. He wearing that just so he can be like a little, you know what I'm saying? That's what this remind me of. That's what this remind me of right now. That would have been so much more hype. This is why you guys don't realize. Do you guys realize? You guys are like, Josh, run for president. Bro, do you think I could put on an event like this? You think I could garner that much support with my love of rap music? And this is how it goes? Are you kidding me? They got Kid Rock, they got Hulk Hogan. I don't know, this is not, you think I can pull that type of weight? Man, I'll be like, look, I want the intro song to be DMX. Can we do that? Like, if this was my intro, bro, I would be opening up with this. With the Band-Aid. With the Band-Aid on my hair. I'm like, Aaron. You hear it. Don't hear it. Yeah, let's go. It's that again. It's that again. See, it doesn't hit. It's what you hear it. It's what you hearing.
It's what you hearing.
Number 47. Come on, tell me you don't hit better.
X gon' give it to you. Wait for you to get it on your own. X gon' deliver to you.
Knock, open up the door right there. Yeah, they keep fighting. They're gonna fight.
Thank you very, very much. Wow.
Thank you. See?
And thank you, Dana.
Fire, bro. Way more hyped. Way more hyped.
Thank you, Kid Rock, sometimes referred to as Bob.
Bob?
And thank you, Lee. Right from
bro,
the
he don't even need the Band-Aid. They're just doing that as like a symbol,
song.
bro.
Thank you.
That's like pouring one out, but like instead, you know?
Friends,
that's crazy.
And fellow citizens.
I don't even think I guess it was like 2 days ago, though. Maybe I'm being insensitive.
Of confidence, strength, and hope. 4 months from now, we will have an incredible victory, and we will begin the 4 greatest years in the history of our country. Together, we will launch a new era of safety, prosperity, and freedom for citizens of every race, religion, color, and creed. The discord and division in our society must be healed. We must heal it quickly. As Americans, we are bound together by a single fate and a shared destiny.
Don't even know.
We rise together.
Who we're running against.
Or we fall apart. I am running to be president for all of America, not half of America, because there is no victory in winning for half of America. So tonight, with faith and devotion, I proudly accept your nomination for President of the United States.
Thank you. Nominate me. I accept it. I'll take it. I won't fight it.
Thank you very much.
More, yeah. No?
Thank you very much. And we will do it right. We're gonna do it right. Let me begin this evening by expressing my gratitude to the American people for your outpouring of love and support following the assassination attempt at my rally on Saturday. As you already know, the assassin's bullet came within a quarter of an inch of taking my life. So many people have asked me, what happened? Tell us what happened, please. And therefore, I will tell you exactly what happened, and you'll never hear it from me a second time because it's actually too painful to tell.
What?
It was a warm, beautiful day.
See, he seems like a human.
In the early evening.
I thought he was a humanoid.
In Butler Township.
Look at that. Even he was like, nah, I don't even want to talk about
Pennsylvania.
You assholes. He's a real human. Be nice.
Music was loudly playing, and the campaign was doing really well. I went to the stage, and the crowd was cheering wildly. Everybody was happy. I began speaking very strongly, powerfully, and happily because I was discussing the great job my administration did on immigration at the southern border. We were very proud of it. Behind me and to the right was a large screen that was displaying a chart of border crossings under my leadership. The numbers were absolutely amazing. In order to see the chart, I started to, like this.
I started to tilt my head like I
right,
always do. I bobbed my head.
And was ready
to
begin
life.
A little bit further turn, which I'm very lucky I didn't do, when I heard a loud whizzing sound and felt something hit me really, really hard on my right ear. I said to myself, wow, what was that? It can only be a bullet. And moved my right hand to my ear, brought it down. My hand was covered with blood, just absolutely blood all over the place. I immediately knew it was very serious, that we were under attack, and in one movement proceeded to drop to the ground. Bullets were continuing to fly.
That's not a real fireman. That's his
As
costume.
very brave Secret Service agents rushed to the stage, and they really did. They rushed to the stage.
What a shot. What a shot. It is wild, honestly. Like, it's very surreal. Like, he almost died, bro.
These are great people. At great risk, I will tell you.
Like, if that kid grew up a little bit more conservative, he would have hit him.
So that I would be protected.
You know, God had a
plan. There was blood pouring everywhere, and yet, in a certain way, I felt very safe because I had God on my side. I felt that. The amazing thing is that prior to the shot, if I had not moved my head at that very last
instant, you have to
instant,
see the video. It's actually a trip.
The assassin's bullet would have perfectly hit its mark, and I would not be here tonight. We would not be together.
That's so wild.
The most incredible aspect of what took place on that terrible evening in the fading sun was actually seen later. In almost all cases, as you probably know, and when even a single bullet is fired, just a single bullet, and we had many bullets that were being fired, crowds run for the exits or stampede, but not in this case. It's very unusual. This massive crowd of tens of thousands of people stood by and didn't move an inch. In fact, many of them bravely but automatically stood up looking for where the sniper would be. They knew immediately it was a sniper. and then began pointing at him. You can see that if you look at the group behind me. That was just a small group compared to what was in front. Nobody ran, and by not stampeding, many lives were saved. But that isn't the reason that they didn't move. The reason is that they knew I was in very serious trouble. They saw it. They saw me go down. They saw the blood and thought, actually, most did, that I was dead. They knew it was a shot to the head. They saw the blood. And there's an interesting statistic. The ears are the bloodiest part. If something happens with the ears, they bleed more than any other part of the body. For whatever reason, the doctors told me that. I said, why is there so much blood? He said, it's the ears. They bleed more. So we learned something, but they just, this beautiful crowd, they didn't want to leave me. They knew I was in trouble. They didn't want to leave me. And you can see that love written all over their faces.
Is he crying?
Incredible people.
This is the last 48 hours. He's never been this humanized.
Over us, yet I felt serene. But now the Secret Service agents were putting themselves in peril. They were in very
like he low-key like had a near-death experience,
right,
and now he's like,
by a very small amount.
I miss you guys.
Like, and then it all stopped.
Just like I love you guys.
Our Secret Service
so
sniper
crazy. I could have actually
from
died.
a much greater distance, and with only one bullet used, took the assassin's life, took him out.
I think it is humble. It is very humbling. He almost died. He got fucking clapped.
I'm not supposed to be here tonight. Not supposed to be here.
But like he's actually like seems so much more like just like softer about it, which is good. I think. Yeah, someone did die. I mean, 2 people died. Both the shooter and the person that he hit.
Thank you.
He's using his soft voice
but
too.
I'm not.
He has his soft-spoken Trump. I know.
I stand before you in this arena only by the
grace I'm chilled.
of Almighty God. In watching the reports over the last few days, many people say it was a providential moment. Probably was. When I rose, surrounded by Secret Service, the crowd was confused because they thought I was dead, and there was great, great sorrow. I could see that on their faces as I looked out. They didn't know I was looking out. They thought it was over. But I could see it, and I wanted to do something to let them know I was okay. I raised my right arm, looked at the thousands and thousands of people that were breathlessly waiting, and started shouting, "Fight, fight, fight." Thank you. Once my clenched fist went up, and it was high into the air. You've all seen that. The crowd realized I was okay and roared with pride for our country like no crowd I have ever heard before. Never heard anything like it. For the rest of my life, I will be grateful for the love shown by that giant audience of patriots that stood bravely on that fateful evening in Pennsylvania. Tragically, the shooter claimed the life of one of our fellow Americans, Corey Comparator. Unbelievable person, everybody tells me. Unbelievable. And seriously wounded.
Unbelievable.
2 other great warriors, spoke to them today. David Dutch and James Copenhaver. 2 great people. I also spoke to all three families of these tremendous people. Our love and prayers are with them, and always will be. We're never going to forget them. They came for a great rally. They were serious Trumpsters, I want to tell you. They were serious
Why so many new
and still are.
adjectives? Trumpsters.
But Corey, unfortunately, we have to use the past tense. He was incredible. He was a highly respected former fire chief, respected by everybody. Was accompanied by his wife, Helen, incredible woman. I spoke to her today, devastated, and two precious daughters. He lost his life selflessly acting as a human shield to protect them from flying bullets. He went right over the top of them and was hit. What a fine man he was.
All right, Chad. There's nobody in there. Come on, where are my newly minted Democratic tinfoilists? You guys are supposed to say this is like a ritual or some shit. Come on, you are not good at this tinfoil stuff. Come on, you just kissed the fire you, and then you're supposed to be like, oh, I think Trump, might be a part of the, you know what I'm saying?
Outfit, and it was just something, and they're going to do something.
Buffalo, no numerology. Y'all ain't got no numerology. How many numbers is Buffalo? Come on, what the fuck?
But I am very proud to say that
see one Bible verse. Well, y'all don't read the Bible. Y'all turn to scholars or some shit.
$6.3 million.
You get it. Y'all are new to this, but y'all, I'm saying, come on.
For the families of David, James, and Corey, including from a friend of mine, just called up. He sent me a check right here. I just got it.
Oh, it's still
$1
bright
million.
outside. What the fuck?
From Dan Newland. Thank you, Dan. And again, when speaking to the family, I told them, I said, well, I'm going to be sending you a lot of money, but it can't compensate. They all said the same thing. You're right, sir. We appreciate so much what you're doing, but nothing can take the place in the case of Corey. And the other two, by the way, they were very, very seriously injured, but now they're doing very well. They're going to be okay. They're going to be doing very well. They're warriors. So now I ask that we observe a moment of silence in honor of our friend Corey. There is no greater love than to lay down one's life for others. This is the spirit that forged America in her darkest hours, and this is the love that will lead America back to the summit of human achievement and greatness. This is what we need. Despite such a heinous attack, we unite this evening more determined than ever. I am more determined than ever, and so are you. So is everybody in this room. Thank you very much.
All right, Chad. My
Our
food is here.
Our resolve is unbroken, and our purpose is unchanged to deliver a government that serves the American people better than ever before. Nothing will stop me in this mission because our vision is righteous and our cause is pure. No matter what obstacle comes our way, we will not break, we will not bend, we will not back down, and I will never stop fighting for you, your family, and our magnificent country. Never. And everything I have to give with all of the energy and fight in my heart and soul, I pledge to our nation tonight. Thank you very much. I pledge that to our nation. We're going to turn our nation around, and we're going to do it very quickly. Thank you. This election should be about the issues facing our country and how to make America successful, safe, free, and great again. In an age when our politics too often divide us, now is the time to remember that we are all fellow citizens. We are one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And we must not criminalize dissent or demonize political disagreement, which is what's been happening in our country lately at a level that nobody has ever seen before. In that spirit, the Democrat Party should immediately stop weaponizing the justice system and labeling their political opponent as an enemy of democracy. Especially since that is not true. In fact, I am the one saving democracy for the people of our country. And very big news, as you probably just read, on Monday a major ruling was handed down from a highly respected federal judge in Florida, Eileen Cannon, finding that the prosecutor and the fake documents case against me were totally unconstitutional, and the entire case was thrown out of court. With all of that publicity, thrown out of court. If Democrats want to unify our country, they should drop these partisan witch hunts, which I have been going through for approximately 8 years. And they should do that without delay and allow an election to proceed that is worthy of our people. We're going to win it anyway, but worthy of our people. On this journey, I am deeply honored to be joined by my amazing wife, Melania.
Melania. Oh, Melania. Hello, I love America. Thank you, guys. Wow. So good, so beautiful. Thank you. Hi. Cannot wait. Hello. I love you and money. Thank you. Goodbye.
And Melania, thank you very much. You also did something really beautiful, a letter to America calling for national unity, and it really took the Republican Party by surprise. I will tell you, it was beautiful. In fact, some very serious people said that we should
bro, I have
that letter
a Melania at home. I have the same thing. I got the foreign wife. My girl, like, less foreign, but, like, you know what I'm saying?
Mr. Congressman?
Like, I can't throw any shade. She
But
speaks mad hella
so
languages,
many, so
you know what I'm saying?
I also want to
like straight
thank
imported
my
all
entire
that
family
shit.
for being here. Don, Kimberly,
You do that shit. Once you own enough real
Eric
estate, you
and
just,
Lara,
I don't know.
Tiffany and Michael,
Trump effect or not.
Barron, we love our Barron.
I do got the presidential starter pack. I need to go buy a Lamborghini Diablo.
And of course, my 10 wonderful
I don't know, bro. That's the thing. Like,
you saw a few of them up there on my lap.
I'm never getting sued by no ugly girl. I don't know how Trump got even sued by ugly bitches. I don't get it. But you know what I'm saying?
And how good was
like, at the very least, if they were hot, I'd understand. But nah, like, they know
you know,
weird
he was
fucking, nah, you ain't have none of that shit.
Probably
Ain't none
the
of
only vacation he's had in about, maybe ever, because he works, but about 10 years with his wife, very far away. I won't tell you where, but very, very far away, beautiful place. And my people called, and he said, yeah, I won't be able to do it. This is many, many years. I promised my wife I can't do it.
Many years.
And they came in, they said, Dana won't be able to do it. because he was my first, second, and third choice. I said, well, you know, that's too bad, but I understand he's away, and it's good. It's good for him. And that was it. About 30 minutes later, she came back in, sir, Dana just called. He's going to do it. And his wife, she said, you can't turn him down. You just can't do it. You have to go. That's a good wife. So he got on a plane. He got here a little while ago. Now he's going to get on the plane in a little while, and he's going to go back home to his wife. But they're great, and I just want to thank her and him and their whole family, because that's not easy. And Kid Rock, same thing. Called, he said, I want to be a part of it. I want to be a part, because, you know, Kid does his great song, Big, Big Monster song. I had no idea. You know, he became a friend of mine over the last 10 years. And he's amazing. Everyone loves him. I didn't even know how big he was. You know, he has rallies, 35, 40,000 people he gets every time he goes out. I think he's making so much money, he doesn't know what the hell to do with it. You want to know? And then we have my other friend, and I've known him so long, and we took that song, and it was a big success, but we made that.
I want to leave this on for you guys, but I don't know when I'm going to make it back down.
To America. That was number one on the chart recently, number one. So
I need to eat, bro. It's already 8 o'clock.
Greenwood, a very special, beautiful person. He's a beautiful man.
Beautiful man.
But they all wanted to be here. They called. And how about the Hulkster? How good was he? Is he up? Where is he?
Hulk Hogan.
Boy, oh boy.
Honestly, that's how we got here, bro. Without Hulk Hogan, I wouldn't have watched this. I couldn't resist. He said, I love you, brother. Brother. I love you, brother.
They may call that entertainment. I know about entertainment, but when he used to lift a 350-pound man over his shoulders and then bench press him 2 rows into the audience, I say maybe entertainment, but he is one strong son of a gun. I will tell you, I watched it many times. There aren't a lot of entertainers that can do that, right? You were fantastic. Thank you very much. Followed by Eric. What was that all about? Boy, that was good. I didn't want to really come up here. But he was so great, and he's such a good young man. He went through a lot of trouble, and Don last night was incredible. They went through so much trouble. They got subpoenaed more than any people probably in the history of the United States. Every week they get another subpoena from the Democrats, crazy Nancy Pelosi, the whole thing, just boom, boom, boom. They've got to stop that because they're destroying our country. We have to work on making America great again, not on beating people. And we won. We beat them in all. We beat them on the impeachments. We beat them on indictments. We beat them. But the time that you have to spend, if they would devote that genius to helping our country, we'd have a much stronger and better country.
We'd have more country to country. We love our country and country.
And Jason, the biggest star in country music. Jason, thank you for being here. Jason, thank you very much. Jason Aldean, he's good. I like his wife even better, by the way. She's here. Thank you, Jason. But I'm thrilled to have a new friend and partner fighting by my side. The next Vice President of the United States, the current Senator from Ohio, J.D. Vance, and his incredible wife, Usha.
Usha? I know Usha.
He's going to be a great Vice President. He's going to be great. He'll be with this country and with this movement, greatest movement in the history of our country, Make America Great Again. When they criticize it, they say, we're going to try and stop MAGA. I said, MAGA is Make America Great Again. What are you going to stop? There's nothing to stop. Then they say, oh, that's right. It's very tough to fight it. and all of the people that did try and fight it have failed. But he's going to be with us for a long time, and it was an honor to select him. Great student at Yale. His wife was a great student at Yale. They met at Yale. These are two smart people. So, JD, you're going to be doing this for a long time. Enjoy the ride.
All right, JD. Usha.
And a very special thank
you ain't like her
to
because
the
you see the same name.
People of Milwaukee.
That's not fair. That's biased.
And the great state of...
like sister. Usha.
There they are. You are so easy to spot. And Green Bay's going to have a good team this year, right? They're going to have a good team. They're going to have a good team. Most of the audience doesn't like it, but it's true. You're going to have a very good team this year.
It's good. They don't like it, but it'll be true.
And by the way, Wisconsin, we are spending over $250
I don't think Biden has ever said anything about sports.
Jobs and
he only brings up sports when somebody wins the Super Bowl. He just reads whoever won.
So I hope you will remember this in November.
This is wild.
And give us your vote. I am trying to buy your vote. I'll be honest about that.
Oh.
And I promise we will make Wisconsin great again. We're going to make it. Thank you, Mr. Governor. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm here tonight to lay out a vision for the whole nation, to every citizen, whether you're a young or old man or woman, Democrat, Republican, or independent, black or white, Asian or Hispanic. I extend to you a hand of loyalty and of friendship.
Oh, pixelated.
Together we will lead America to new heights of greatness like the world has never seen before.
I'm trying to end it, but I feel like it's going to end at any moment.
We got hit with COVID. We did a great job. Nobody knew what it was, but nobody's ever seen an economy pre-COVID. And then we handed over a stock market that was substantially higher than just prior to COVID. Coming in, did a great job. Never got credit for that. We got credit for the war and defeating ISIS and so many things, the great economy, the biggest tax cuts ever, the biggest regulation cuts ever, the creation of Space Force, the rebuilding of our military. We did so much. We did so much. Right to try. Right to try is a big deal. We got right to try. They were trying to get that for 52 years. Somebody's terminally ill. And hopefully there's nobody in this audience, but it does happen a lot. They're terminally ill and they can't use our new space-age drugs and other things that we are way ahead. We have the greatest doctors in the world, the greatest laboratories in the world, and you can't do it. They've been trying to get that approved for 52 years. Wasn't that easy? The insurance companies didn't want to do it. They didn't want the risk. The labs didn't want to do it because if it didn't work, people are pretty far down the line toward death. They didn't want to do it. The doctors didn't want to have it on their records, so I got everybody into an office. 52 years they tried. Sounds simple, but it's not. And I got them to agree that somebody that needs it will, instead of going to Asia or Europe or someplace, or if you have no money going home and dying, just die. We got them to sign an agreement, agree to it, where they're not going to sue anybody. They're going to get all of this stuff. They're going to get it really fast. And what's happened is we're saving thousands and thousands of lives. It's incredible. Right to try.
All right, Chad, I'm out.
It's great feeling.
Goodbye. You can watch this on your local Republican station.
Be respected again. No nation will question our
power.
No enemy will doubt our
or
might.
something like that.
Our borders
I don't know.
will
You
be
can find
totally
it.
Secure.
I gotta
Our
go. I
economy
love you.
will soar.
I'll see you guys in the morning.
We will
It'll take you to the live
return law
stream.
and
The
order
live
to our
stream's good
streets,
for you, okay? Don't
patriotism
forget.
to our schools,
Shout
and
out the law
importantly,
term,
we will
baby. I
restore
love you
peace,
all. Have a good night.
stability, and
peace
harmony
out.
all
Goodbye.
throughout the world.
At the world.
But to achieve this we must first rescue our nation from failed and even incompetent
it's fail. It's sleeping.
leadership.
It's sleeping.
We have